Okay, so I feel like you had more than one nonprofit this year. You had the center,
No, I have only one working for the Center for Urban Sustainability.
and then you just partnered with Sarah on sustainability, right?
Yes,
Okay,
Sarah is the collaborator, so it's a coordinator, so I'm just trying to work with her, trying to ease her tasks at this point.
okay. I just had to get that straight in my mind. So, can you tell me a little bit about your nonprofit? What it does, what its goals are, and how it benefits the community?
Yeah, I work for the nonprofit Center for Urban Sustainability. So the word sustainability itself, it tells you like how we maintain things for the future. So sustainability generally deals with several aspects. Like you can correlate it with environment sustainability, something dealing to air pollution, water pollution, and all these things. How are we going to prevent it so that the future generation is benefited? It's apart from the environmental aspects. Like we also have things like the professional ethics, social justice, and all these things. So how are we going to maintain it for a better community tomorrow? So at this point, what I'm doing for the Center for Urban Sustainability is that we are trying to pull out list of courses, sustainability courses that is being offered by UNO. So at this point, the courses are scattered across in different areas, in different fields of study. Say, for instance, like we can find some in biology, we can find some in geology. So since it's scattered, it's quite difficult for a person to go and enroll for a course because the search is quite difficult. So we are trying to bring all these courses into a single roof called as sustainability. So I'm just trying to pull out the course listing at this point and segregating it based on the departments. And we are sending this to the department deans of various departments. So they will be reviewing this work, and once they review it, they give us the approval, and so we will try to bring it under one roof. So at this point, I'm working with Steve Rody, who is the director of Center for Urban Sustainability, and Sarah Burke, who is the coordinator for this activity.
Okay, can you tell me, I thank you for telling me what your project is. I appreciate it. That was my next question. Can you tell me a little bit more about the other things that the center works on? Maybe you're not involved with them, but can you tell me a little bit more about how the center impacts the community in their projects?
Yeah, definitely. As far as I have initiated a conversation with Steve Rody, so what he was telling is that he was involved in designing. He is basically an horticulturist who actually involves in designing gardens and sustainable gardens for the community. So any building that is being constructed new within UNO, so he is actually one of the lead architects in contributing for the sustainability in the buildings. So in this way, like he helps out in this nonprofit helps out in saving energy and saving water and preventing all these pollution factors and so on. So that's how I think they are bringing a change to the community.
Good. Can you talk, do you have more to share about your project? You already talked about it in good detail. If there's anything you'd like to add, my second question is usually, can you tell me a little bit more about what you've been working on? So if you feel like you've already covered most of it, that's
Yeah,
totally fine.
I've covered most of it, but maybe I can also like give you some information about some future projects that might come
Sure.
in. So at this point, as I told you, like we are just pulling the course listings and to bring it under a single roof called sustainability. And after this, like at this point, like Sarah is developing a website for Center for Urban Sustainability because the older version of website doesn't match with the new standards. So we are using some new tools and developing the website. So I'm expecting myself to be involved in creating that website, at least some pages of the website. So that's what I'm expecting in the near future.
Good. On that note, you are a graduate student in Management Information Systems,
Yes,
right?
that's right.
I have a tough time remembering everyone's study. Can you talk a little bit about how your work with the center and in the collaborative has really related to your major and prepared you for your future career?
Definitely, yeah. I think uh, being a technical person, because I have been working a lot with computers, as you already stated. So I've been more into some programming languages and maintaining information systems. So how I could correlate is initially, even though I started with working on spreadsheets, so I was also trying to do some small tools which would help me out, like writing some Excel macros, which would help me up ease my work that I'm doing currently. And also like developing the websites involves some coding languages, which is actually straight away correlating with my course of study. So which is really helpful for me in my course of study, and also like which is providing me a better picture of the outside world rather than within the textbooks. Like I'm able to come out and see, okay, this is how a website has to be designed. I'm just giving a broader picture. So that really helps me.
Do you think your experience with the center is going to better prepare you for your career?
Definitely, because I think they have a variety of options. Maybe I've just started a few months back, say 1 or 2 months back. So at this point, like I feel like I have been involved more. So maybe in the future, like definitely, like once I start developing websites, and so I feel that it definitely adds on to my career resume as well. So I can definitely project that as well.
Good. Other than your technical skills that you've been developing in the collaborative, can you talk to me more about some other skills you feel like you've been practicing a lot while working in the collaborative? Again, not so many technical skills, other skills that you might think are harder to, you know, explain without explaining it verbally.
Definitely. Thanks for asking that, because generally, like during a course of study, like people generally concentrate on their subjects, but working in a place like the collaborative, like I really got an exposure uh, to move along with different kind of people, like be it a personal or even professional experience, where people from different parts of the world are getting engaged here. So I had that experience of communicating with each and everyone, getting to know more people, a variety of people, and also like different sorts of work that I do for the different non-profits as well. Like at times, like during my office hours, I do have to help out with other non-profit works, like donations for toys, or the Maverick Food Pantry and all those stuff, and sitting in the front desk. So I think it has really boosted my confidence up to say to face the real-time world.
Good. Are there any other your personal skills that you feel like have been growing? You mentioned communication, which is a
Yes.
good one. Do you have any others that you'd like to talk about?
I would like to talk about this thing, like maintaining relationships with the people. So, I mean, recently, like I've been taking the Strength Finder surveys as well. So, I was surprised to see that the maintaining the relationships wasn't the top five of my strengths, but I would have to. I felt like I have to concentrate more on that area. So, I think collaborative really helps me to identify that strength, or it also helps me to develop that area, to maintain good relationships with people, like how to greet them and how to move along with them well. So I think it's definitely a benefit working with collaborative.
Good. Can you talk? Let's see. Can you talk a little bit more about any events or projects that you've specifically helped with? I know your work at the center is mostly this one project, but have you helped with any other projects in the collaborative that you'd like to talk about your experience in?
I actually like tried helping out different people in different areas, but not concentrated on a single project. For instance, like Lacey is a signature manager, so at times like I do some small works for her, like helping out in doing some small projects for her. And also like I tried contributing for almost all the signature service days that has been part of the collaborative. I also like try to do some technical help for other non-profits. Like in case like people ask me for help, I definitely go and render some help. But I make sure like I try to speak with, almost like try to connect with everybody here. So by doing that, I think by doing or getting involved myself in these projects, I think only that's the only way like I can stay connected with people.
I just had a really good question, and I might have lost it. Oh, can you think of a project or a cause that you're really passionate about that you haven't had the chance yet to work on? Something that you think you might want to work on through the collaborative or our office that you're really passionate about?
At this point, like I felt like collaborative is really doing a good job. I mean, covering up different areas. Like so, at this point, like I haven't thought about like any new projects at this point, because I have just been like 2 or 3 months here. So maybe I would, on the technical front, maybe like I would give some tools which would be of easy access to people without having to pay for it. So that's what I could think of it right now, but not about other projects at this point.
Okay. Is there anything else that you have not yet had the opportunity to do that you really want to do? Anything at all?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
think I've been given all the opportunities here.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add? Any heartwarming stories? Any good experiences you've had that you'd like to share?
Definitely, maybe one experience. It's a voluntary experience for when President Barack Obama came to visit Omaha. So that was really a very good opportunity where I was given an opportunity to serve as a volunteer to do the crowd management. So I think I have to thank the collaborative for giving me that opportunity as well.
All right. That's it.
Thank you.